Did you ever see the show Fashion Star? Well, if not, it was about buyers and buying runway pieces. It was H&M, Nordstrom, and Saks Fifth Avenue. They would write about a $150,000 check, and well, who wouldn't want to write that? It is all fun and games, but it also takes a lot of hard work. Being a buyer is great, but it is a challenging career. Now, today I'm going to talk to you about becoming a buyer and the things that you need to have. You need to get a 4-year degree, an education and skills, perks, and then there's also downsides. This is a $7 trillion industry, according to Fashion United. It plays a big part in what we wear and the styles we have. And Fashion Star gave a public look into all of this, but it also gave a very super and glamorous look to it. It's not all fun and games all the time, and it takes a lot of hard work and some education to do it. It takes about a 4-year education in fashion merchandising, sometimes a few other degrees as well. Bureau of Labor and Statistics said larger stores want employees who have taken few businesses and accounting classes. Many want a formal training as well. So you need to be able to be prepared. You need to learn the stuff and have some good education along with it. And they also said, Bureau of Labor Statistics, buyers should have an analytical skills and be able to analyze their options and choose suppliers with the best combinations, prices, and quality. They also need to be able to make decisions. You need to be able to pick who has the best options, what clothes will sell, what won't, where should the clothes go, like what stores will they sell better at. You also need to have math skills, so you can be able to find percentages of where in the U.S. will it sell best, and be able to take chances. You need to be able to do probability, and sometimes your clothes not going to sell, but you need to find the chances of it not happening and clothes not going well. You also need negotiating skills. You need to be able to negotiate deals. You need to be able to get a good price and for the clothes that you're getting. You need to make sure that they're good quality, and if they aren't, then you need to either not buy them or pay less money for them. And so it just all depends on the budget that you have. You also need self-confidence and personal skills and knowledge of the product. You don't want to go into a meeting and have no idea what you're talking about. You want the buyers or the designers to trust you. They want to make sure that their clothes are going to sell, and they don't want to just give them to anybody who is going to sit in their store and not do well. MyPlan.com said that the most important thing of knowledge in this job is customer and personal service. It all matters about the customer. They're the ones paying. So if they aren't treated well, then they're not going to do well. If there's not a product that they want to buy, they're not going to come back. And so buyers do focus groups sometimes, and that way they can see what the consumers want and what they'll buy and what they'll pay for certain things. And as a buyer, you also need to stay up to date on trends. You need to be able to make sure that what you're putting in the store is currently in style. Like somebody will buy it. Like they don't want to be wearing something from the 80s when it's not in style anymore. There are a lot of skills and abilities needed to be successful at this job, but it all pays off in the end with exciting perks of being a buyer. For example, getting paid to shop. Who would not want to do that? There are great perks like fashion shows. You get to visit fashion shows in New York, LA, Paris, anywhere. And so it's great to be able to travel and visit all these places. It's a great place to buy the clothes and you get a first-hand look. It's a great place to even get your name out. The more people who know about you and can trust you for buying, the more people who will come to you and say, hey, I want you to buy my clothes because I know you can put them in great stores and they will sell. You have a great name to it. So you want to create relationships with your designers. You want them to be able to come to you and trust you. And you also get to visit so many places and meet so many people, like celebrities, and then you can go travel all over. Like you basically get paid to shop and travel, which is awesome. It's great perks. But there are some great perks, but there's also some downsides. You can't have all work or all play and no work. Now some of the downsides are you have to pay your dues. You have to work your way up the corporate ladder. So sometimes when you're in college, you can start and getting your degree and start working in retail. And then by the time you get your degree, you can be in corporate by the time you graduate and hopefully and then start working your way up in corporate. Like that's one more step you don't have to do later on. According to Princeton Review, businesses want their employees to learn specifics of the businesses. Large companies typically have internal buying training programs that last from 1 to 5 years that expose the employee to all aspects of the business. They learn about inventory policy, stock maintenance, and shipment checking. You have to work your way up the ladder. They want you to be able to know all sides of the job and the company. Now, some people can't handle that. Some people can't handle the crazy pace of it. According to How to Get a Job in Fashion Merchandising and Buying, being able to handle fast-paced, deadline-drive work environment that may involve frequent travel is an ability needed. You can get up to 40 hours a week, and sometimes that's crazy, especially if you have a family. It makes it way more challenging because sometimes you can't spend time with them, especially around the holidays. It gets very hectic and very crazy because deadlines are due like right before Christmas sometimes. And so you want to spend time with your family, but you can make it work. You can balance it. And it's a great career choice, even if you have a family. Now, another downside is we only make about $50,000. That's not a lot. I mean, it can be depending if it's just you and your husband, but sometimes it's nice to have another income coming in. So that helps a lot. The top 10% make more than $105,000, so that's a great thing. You can work your way up to that much. Now, being a buyer is a great but challenging career. Hard work, though, you have to have a lot of hard work and education to get there. Now, there is great opportunities like traveling around the world and visiting Paris and New York and getting to meet great people. You also get paid to shop in a way. There is a lot of pressure, but it's very worth it. It's a very fast-paced and stressful, but it's still worth it. You can balance it with the family. There's so many rewards getting it from it. It's a great experience, and you get to visit all over the world. Even though Fashion Star was canceled after 2 seasons, it still was a great show. It showed how awesome the career can be and that you can make it far in the career.